So I've gone over to getbootstrap.com and clicked on the download button. Then you'll be sent to this page where you can click on download Bootstrap. And here is the distribution folder or directory that has been downloaded. I have a CSS directory with a Bootstrap theme CSS, also a minified version, and the actual Bootstrap CSS, and also a minified version. We'll just be using this simple bootstrap.min.css file. And in the fonts directory, we have a few different font formats for our glyph icons, as they are fonts. They're no longer icons, images of sprite sheets. And in our JavaScript directory, we have a bootstrap and a minified bootstrap file. So we'll be using this bootstrap min.js. We'll leave all these fonts, and we'll also be using this single minified CSS file. So I'm just going to bring it up in my text editor, and as you can see, I'm using the fonts directory and everything in there. For the CSS directory, I've just got the Bootstrap minified version and a blank custom CSS file. In the images directory, I just have this favicon.png file, little favicon for the site, and a Bootstrap minified JS, and also including the jQuery library, as the JavaScript of Bootstrap actually requires the jQuery library. So you can just find jQuery at jQuery.com. And we have an index.html file, which is currently blank, but we will soon fix that up. So now that we have our directory structure ready, let's jump in and start coding. Before we do that, I just want to mention I'm using Sublime Text 2 with the Emmet plugin. So I can do something like this, HTML:5 tab, and I instantly have the HTML5 markup rendered and ready to go. Just indent this a little bit, and we're ready to go. So we're going to start to build on the project. And for the title, I'm going to put Design Store with the D missing, because I'll actually be using the favicon to render the little D for the design. A little bit quirky, but nonetheless, it will look okay. Also set our viewport meta tag. So meta name equals viewport, content equals width equals device width, and initial scale equals 1.0. I believe you can just put a 1 there, but I like to be explicit in saying 1.0, and close that one off just there. Now I'm going to add in the favicon, so link the relation to this file. So rel equals icon, href attribute set to image, favicon.png, close that off there. Now I'm going to include the Bootstrap CSS, so rel equals style sheet, href equals css / bootstrap.min.css, close that off, and also going to be including our own custom CSS file, style sheet href css / custom.css. So that we have our favicon, our Bootstrap CSS, and our custom CSS. And the custom CSS is currently just blank, but we'll be working with that a little bit later on. So now I just want to do two more things in this video. I want to include our jQuery library, so script source equals js /jQuery.min.js. Close off our script, and one more script element, source equals js bootstrap.min.js. Close off our script, and that looks just about right. So that's the basic Bootstrap markup in HTML5. So I just want to save this and load it up in the browser. So you can see we have this Favicon up here for design store. Like I said, it's a little bit quirky, but it looks okay. So we've got the Favicon for the D and then design store, making design store. So that looks just about right. So in this video, we've just taken a look at implementing the CSS and the jQuery and the JavaScript Bootstrap files.